Okay, today we're going to make a pneumatic can crusher. We're going to make most of it out of wood because I don't have the machinery to mill any kind of metal, and I don't have the greatest of welding skills. Alright, so we're going to start off making it with ash. Ash is a nice strong hardwood used for axe handles, sledgehammer handles, all kinds of tool handles. Very strong wood. Let's get started. Okay, so I've cut some dados out of here using a stackable dado blade on the table saw. Okay, some of the pieces I had to cut holes in them. This one here is to accept the pneumatic cylinder, so it sits in there just nice and snug. For the end here, drill some holes and put in some metric screws, okay, to hold that block onto the back end of the cylinder. Quickly like this. Just a rough assembly, dry fit, so that we can see if everything's cool. There we go. Now when you make these joints, you cannot put them too close to the end or else they're just going to break right off. So you have to put them far in because there's going to be a lot of pressure in here whenever the cans get crushed. Okay, so I got a better view here. This is the ram. So it's going to crush the cans. Just screw that on like that for now. Okay, so we screwed it together temporarily just to get a good look at it. Now the piston has to be able to extend all the way down and have a little bit of a clearance. Maybe 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch at the most. Okay, it'll never squish all the way down like this because the piston is not strong enough to flatten the can that much, but it'll do a pretty good job still. Alright, now I've cut some of these little triangles here, if you want to call them. I'm going to make a console. So they're going to go like this. Have a little back here. The other side of this. And then I'm going to have a plexiglass on top like this here. And you've got a hole here for the valve. This way, once all together, you can see all the workings inside. It's all like the tubes and everything, so it looks pretty decent. Okay, all the components have been cut. Everything's fit. I put a sealant and a lacquer on there to help preserve it. So we're going to put this together. Okay, so all these fit in here with a nice machine screw. All metric, of course. Just tighten that down a bit. Okay, so all those are tightened in there now. Just assemble everything together. All the screw holes, all pre-drilled. You have to pre-drill whenever you're working with hardwood or picking up splitting something, and then you're going to have to be doing it over again. So basically, it's how it's all going to fit. Alright, this whole guy is going to sit right on here. And I'm just going to screw that together. Okay, sometimes this happens when you're working with hardwood. You might get a screw head that's going to pop right off of there. If it's not in a compromising place, you can leave it. If not, you got to get an extractor and pull that screw out and replace it with one that's, well, a new one, obviously. Okay, got this so far. For the console, got some plexiglass. Okay, that way there you can see all the inside workings. So it looks a little out of touch to it anyways. So you got to take the plastic off, put the valve on there. Take this off here. Okay, the valve's going to fit like this. This back on here. Okay, you get the idea of it. Just put that nice and straight. So we'll do that. Now before securing this, you need to run, obviously, you need to run all the pipes through there, all the air lines. So I'm going to start fitting those in and cutting the size. For the console, I chose brass screws because they're not corrosive, they don't corrode, and they're also decorative. They are softer metal, so when you do put them in, don't use a power tool, use a screwdriver and just hand tighten, because they are soft, they will break easy, especially in hardwood. Alright, even after warning everybody that Those brass screws are soft. I managed to break one anyways, so be careful with those. Now I'm going to try this guy out, see if it works. Put our can in here. She crushes. It should drop right through the bottom here. Perfect.